This week, we're doing the anxiety character from Inside Out 2. And let's get started.
Cool. If you guys want to follow along, as always, you can get your own bucket of airdough in the links below.
Yeah, so did you watch the first movie at all?
You know, I did. It's been a while, and I don't remember everything about it, but I remember really liking it. I think you liked it too, right?
Yeah, I loved it. I'm really excited about the second one, and they're introducing more complex emotions like anxiety. So yeah, it looks like it'll be pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, this character does look hilarious. When we saw it in the trailer, we just had to build it because, I mean, look at it.
Yeah, she's a little cute, a little kooky. So I'm going to start with, go from the bottom up, and these are her pant legs, kind of like bell-bottom, bell-shaped.
Now, I noticed this is really small compared to most of your characters. Are you going to use like a wire or something to hold it together since it's so skinny?
Yes. She is very teeny tiny and skinny and tall. So yeah, it'll come together with wire nicely.
Let me see.
And then this is her little belt. So I'm just going to flatten out like really thin brown dough. And it's a very small belt.
Yeah, this is going to be really detailed, so I'm guessing you're going to use a lot of scissors and cutting.
Yes, exactly. And then this is her belt loop. So I'm making a very thin circle. It's not too detailed, but yeah, very tiny. But it's not, this is a pretty simple build. I think this is probably the most detailed part.
Wow.
So I got her shoes on and her pants.
Now some white. What are you doing with this?
Oh, this is going to be her shirt. So I'm going to do the base part first. And then this is like her torso. And you got to have the little slots for her arms. So it's kind of like a little tapered at the bottom.
I see.
Yeah. And then the fun part, I'm making thin little stripes to go over her white part of her shirt.
I see what you're doing now. So it's like a horizontal striped shirt, and you're kind of stacking it up.
Yes, exactly. So just flatten out all the dough, and then the scissors are going to give you a really nice edge. And then can you guess what these are going to be?
Her arms?
Close. This is like the neck part, so it's like a little turtleneck.
Okay, I see.
We'll get to the arms.
Okay.
So I kept a little hole for where her head's gonna go.
It's funny because it's so small.
Yeah.
I know you have a plan for it, but I can't see it yet.
Yeah, look.
It's gonna come together though.
Okay, so this is one of her sleeves, and she kind of has her hand on her hip. So I had to bend that arm a little bit. She's got a little bit of attitude. And then just continuing the stripe pattern all throughout her arms.
I think that is kind of one of those lessons in the movie, right? Is that it's learning how to deal with certain emotions. So anxiety sometimes makes you do things that you maybe wouldn't normally do. So I guess, there's a little attitude involved. And we're going to see that in this character. We'll have to see when it comes out. But
yeah,
I'm guessing they're going to react to things in a certain way just to kind of deal with their anxiety. So, yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah, Riley's getting older, so definitely dealing with more things, and she's like playing hockey and getting like more nervous about it. But yeah. And then adding her hand. I kind of made them differently this time. Before I did two separate, but I just did one shape for the hand and then cut the fingers out.
Yeah, what really makes that work so well is how you pushed a cavity inside the sleeve, so it looks like the hand's coming out of it. That looks great.
Yeah, just finding different ways to do, kind of build the same thing, like hands and arms. So she's coming together, and then I'm going to use wire just to attach to her body, because her limbs are so small and skinny, so I got to have some wire.
It's like a stick figure.
And then there goes her hand on her hip.
I see.
Yeah, that was a fun. I used a tool to kind of just bend the inside of the arm. And then we're going to move on to her head. So this is actually, well, her head pretty much takes up the whole, like, entirety of, like, the top part of her body. So this is the mouth, and then I made a little cavity for the inside of her mouth, and then it sets, like, a nice little place for where the teeth are going to go.
Yeah, it gets it some depth. 'Cause if you just put teeth on orange, that really wouldn't look like an open mouth.
Yeah, her mouth is definitely open, and she's, like, smiling. Smiling with anxiety.
You know, we all mask our emotions in different ways. It looks like this character maybe masks it with, you know, kind of a goofy nature. This is a pretty hilarious looking character. So I'm assuming this one's going to be funny.
Yeah, I think so. And then for the teeth, I just rolled out like small balls, and then I cut them in half. So like a half cylinder. Another way I figured out how to make teeth. And then these are our eyeballs, and then I'm just wrapping a thinner circle around to make kind of like a hood, a little hoodie for the eyeball, for her eyelids.
It's funny, you know, that's one of the reasons I love the idea of seeing these type of characters being built with airdough, is because they almost look like they're made out of clay.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they're kind of just coming to life with airdough. And this is more of like her eyeliner, I guess.
Sure.
I was just using like thin black rope. And then this is the green of her eye.
I love this color.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like a turquoise. It's kind of funny not attached to her head, her mouth.
Yeah, they're just kind of floating now.
Just a little bit of black, and of course you gotta have the highlight.
Of course.
Now the eyes are like moving around, looking at you.
Oh, here we go. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah, I added a lot of water so that it can stick in there. And then I didn't like the little hole that it created, so I'm just gonna hide that with a little bit of orange dough.
Yep. You can do patchwork sometimes.
Yeah, just smooth it out with some water. And then this is the fun, crazy part, her hair. It's almost like a broom, like sticking out. So I'm just gonna make a bunch of these stringy little noodles and then kind of like bunch them together. And then to add depth, I'm gonna do like a bunch of different directions.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna sit nicely on the back of her eyeballs.
I must say, you're quite the hairstylist.
Thank you. She looks like she needs a haircut, but
What is that? Is this
her eyebrow?
Oh,
yeah, they kind of just float in her hair. Yeah, she's a funny little character.
Oh, that really helps the characterization. Yeah, look at that.
And there you go. We have anxiety from inside out too.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, guys. If you want to see any other characters like this in the future, give us your ideas in the comments, and make sure you follow us and stay tuned for our next episodes. See ya.
See ya.